I'm going to try and show you an absolutely delicious, sin-free and creamy parsnip soup. And the reason I say the word try is because I'd already tried to film this recipe first thing Monday morning to get my soup sorted for the rest of the week. Basically, the weather was too hot for my camera phone to cope with, and I was far too busy, so I just thought I'd put the recipe on my blog first and then just sort of hash the video as I go along today. So hopefully this is coherent. If you want the written form, it's going to be in the link below anyway, so just stick to that. But if you just like to watch the videos for a visual thing, well, for some inspiration, that's perfectly fine. I have to say it's really gorgeous with a bit of a spice, and I've been meaning to make this soup for a while. I've had loads of requests on a parsnip soup, but it's not been right up at the top of my list because parsnip isn't my favourite vegetable, but when it's done right, yes, I love it. And I think I avoid parsnips because I hate steamed parsnips, which is far too sweet, but if you caramelise it and then tone it down with some warm spices, then it's completely a different topic. So the first thing you're going to need to do before anything else is preheat your oven on gas mark 7. And then you need 550 grams of parsnips peeled and either diced or quartered, it really doesn't matter. And you're going to pop that in a roasting tin, spray it with chili fry light. You could just use fry light and just add a couple of pinches of chili flakes, but I love chili fry light at the minute because it's so versatile and it evenly distributes it everywhere. And then pop a medium onion, leave the skin on, and pop that in the roasting tin at the same time, along with 2 garlic cloves with the skin on too. The reason you're going to do that is it's going to completely evaporate all the moisture out of the foods. So I'm doing this, and so the flavours will be really rich and intense and caramelised. And before you actually throw it in the oven, you need to add a teaspoon of cumin seeds, just sprinkle it over the top, and then half a teaspoon of turmeric, and just give it a quick mix so it can just evenly coat everything. And then just pop it in the oven for half an hour, and then you need to peel and dice a medium onion, and then chuck that in your soup maker or a deep base pan if you're using. And then add 750 millilitres of water, 150 mils of skimmed milk, which is part of your healthy extra. Then add 3 chicken stock cubes, a diced celery stick and some seasoning, all straight into the soup maker as well. And then once your root vegetables are all cooked, you need to remove the skins carefully off the onion and the garlic, and then chuck absolutely everything into the soup maker and just set it to smooth. And it should take 21 minutes if I remember. And then you just serve. If you are just using a deep base pan, which is perfectly fine, I just don't like the extra washing up, to be honest, just simmer it for 20 to 25 minutes or maybe 30, just until everything's tender, and then just blend and serve, and that's all you need. You can garnish it with whatever you like, but I really didn't think it was needed. I just sprinkled some pepper on and that was it. And I have to say, I'm going to keep doing this. This is totally staying in my recipe book. Love it. And that's the kind of consistency to expect. So I'm really sorry for the really rambly version, but I have to say, can't swear by this enough. You've got to try it. You really do. And if you've got any recipe videos you'd like me to film or any other types of videos, please let me know. I'm all ears and I'll see what I can do. And please subscribe if you want to see more recipes. I post recipes almost every day on my blog as well, so it is definitely worth going to subscribe to that if you can't wait every Friday. And I'm going to go before you can hear it really chucking it down because it's starting to creep. Alright, thanks for watching. See ya!